Hello friends, how's everybody doing? Alright, this is part 3 to this battle and we'll end it here. So I cleaned it up a little bit. I just mentioned that all that happened was the few units I had here with the artillery, we moved down here and we wiped out about 3 or 4 infantry. And then I had a lot of these guys that are on these ships were over here fighting here, and they got drained down a little bit, and the enemy kept coming and whatever, and so I put those guys back on the ships, and then I took some guys off one of the ships and just made a line here that are all fresh guys with all ammo, and we got this, this 4-pound cannon unit that was over there that spawned, I guess. So anyways, and it doesn't look, you don't see anybody because I guess I don't know how much more they could possibly have, honestly, because whichever side you land on, they're gonna throw stuff at you, and they're gonna spawn a couple of things now. So when I land here, they're probably going to spawn some stuff over here, which is natural of what would happen, and then you'd have to contend with whatever's here, which I already destroyed all that. So this is just going to be a little landing. We'll see what spawns, if anything. We'll deal with it with these units here, and then, because this is another whole video now, I can then show you the aftermath of what I do in the harbor for the last final battle. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and go to the Essex. I'll leave myself on the ship, and then everybody else comes off. I mean, actually, I need oh no, hey, is that me? Okay, so I am, so I am 100 in all the things. So yeah, I'll just leave myself on, I guess. Yeah, so okay, so up to 9 battles, I finally maxed out all my stats. I mean, it took all the battles, because other officers, get experience more than what my guy does, so it takes a long time. And we can also repair, but like I said, I'm only showing this because I strongly believe no matter what side you land on, they'll spawn units over there. So even though I wiped out whatever they're going to spawn over here and throw at me on this side, there's still this side where, we're just going to see. So now we landed. Now, there's got to be something, because the battle would end had I killed the last infantry unit, but there's got to be somebody hiding in here. And also, like I said, no matter what side you do, they will spawn stuff. I think the devs did that just deliberately for people like me who might do this. I mean, it's not everybody that would think of this who plays this, because the only thing you have to do in this is to destroy or capture the Philly. Once you do that, you can end the battle. And there are people who play like that, where they just want to play the battle and get out of it. Where me, no way. I like to stay in the battle to the bitter end. And like I said, I don't know if I need all this force, considering I did a pretty good job. I did a pretty good job of wiping all those guns out with these ships. But just in case, we're just going to take a couple minutes to deploy these guys. and then we'll make an assault on the thing, and we'll see what spawns, if anything. And the Enterprise, I think, has already done enough in the battle. And I don't know. And then I can tell you this. You know, that enemy ship, you know, got blown by these couple guns here and stuff, and got stuck here and was on fire nearly the whole battle. And of course, my United States, because I tried to get that, I got him. This ship, because the enemy forces us into here, which really sucks. Dragon could get out of here if he wants. This one, it was hard for me to maneuver to get out. And just like this guy's stuck here, like, no, it doesn't matter what I tell him to do. He's stuck here. And these units are from the Marigold. Okay, so I think once these guys land, we'll do our assault. If there's only one unit or only a couple units spawn, we'll kill them, and then the battle will end and stuff. So this is just part 3, and this will be the end. But if this is not very long, then I can do the harbor stuff, and so you'll see all the harbor stuff of what I'm going to do to prepare for the very last battle. So I'm going to tell these guys to move this way. These guys will move this way. And we go a little faster. And all the enemy ships that I captured that survived, I sailed out of here with just like 60 or 70 guys on them. And like I said, and we got this one, so this guy will be in a harbor. He's just stuck here, just like my ship will come back, but it's stuck here. So the only ship that didn't make it is, you know, a 4th rate SOL that was an enemy ship that I took over, but because he was here and I had no choice but to do that. That's the situation there. Okay, so and I can even have some of these guys come in too, because they haven't done anything. So yeah, so why don't we do that? I'll leave the one guy here with the artillery. And so like, you know, obviously when I get to the harbor I'll sell this, because there's no more land battles. And this wasn't really a land battle. This was a sea battle that I could make into an amphibious assault too. So it's like I've always done this. Like if you look at all my other campaigns online, you'll see that I've done this. But it takes a couple hours to do it, and it makes a real long video. So that's why I cut this one up in a couple of pieces. So yeah, we're gonna have to move forward, because there has to be some unit alive somewhere. Like, it just has to be. Yes. Okay, so here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on. I do not need the assists of the ships. I do not need them. I really don't. So that right there cost me some guys. So I just got to make sure every ship is off, even this one. Yeah, that was a mistake. And like I told you, you either finish the battle or the battle will never end if there's an enemy. Now we just gotta find it, and like I said, I thought for sure that they would spawn some enemies, but maybe regardless on what side you come on to, maybe they only spawn in one area. I don't know. because most of the time I've always assaulted from here, and that's why, you know, they would come down on us, plus if there was a few that would spawn over here. But maybe whatever was going to spawn, you know, did spawn because of the assault over here, is what I'm thinking. Unless they're gonna spawn some, we'll find out. But just charge him. Oh, jeez, come on. A 3-star guy against a no star, and he's outpacing us. This is unbelievable. Alright, well, if this guy... If this guy is the last guy, because if that other guy already died... I don't know why the artillery didn't shoot at him, which would kill him instantly. Alright, well, I'm going to have to pursue this just to see if he's the last guy. Boy, he must have ran off a good ways. Unbelievable. And how can he have more stamina than my 3-star guys? You know what I mean? Like, unbelievable. Just my opinion. No rookie should be faster than a 3-star unit, even if I don't have, like for example, yeah, stamina 89. So I mean, come on. And this guy 89. This guy 79. I mean, did he like, where did he go? I mean, I don't, like I said, I thought this would be, I thought more would spawn and all that stuff. So now, alright, let's go real super fast, because we gotta find this guy. I mean, this is... That is totally... Alright, you go over there. You over there. Okay, we're just gonna see, like, there's gotta be somebody, because, like I said, unless this is a glitch or a bug, I will say, there, you know, like I said, we know that he ran off somewhere. Now, you gotta be kidding me. This is... Yeah, do you see anybody, guys? Come on. Okay, because I would have to say that would be a glitch if he somehow got past me. Like, there is nobody. Oh, there he is, right here. Here he is. You ran past him, Thompson. Oh. That's got to be the last guy. Yeah, okay. Whew. Alright, good. Alright, it is what it is. I made this a 3-part thing, but because doing all that I really did would make the video so long, but it's so much fun. You just ain't gonna believe the fun. And this is on hard difficulty with adaptation. So anyways, you can see what it is. You can bring in 8 ships. I had 6,390. They had 11 ships. 2,000. 3 sunk. 8 captured. Then they had another 2,000 for infantry and 23 guns. And you can see that they lost pretty much all of it. And now the goals, of course, is to destroy or capture the Philly, but I like to do much more. And we got units here like this. And let's see what it looks like. Captured, sunk, sunk. All captured, sunk. And then here's all the units, as you can see. Officers. Well, I did lose a commander. And we have a couple of guys wounded. And a few promotions. And as far as goods, you know, I have 2 captured of these. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 443 SOLs. And then we got the Philly, which is a 60, which, you know, I'll have to, basically what's going to come out of all this is let me see if I can, any ship that is 60, if I can replace it with a 68 gun ship, you know, I'm going to see if I can do that in a harbor, because I don't want any rate like this one. And so if I have 2 of those already, then not only do I need to replace the transport ships, the 2 transports, so I need 2 of these for the transports, and then I might need 1 to replace a 60 gun ship, because I'd rather have a 68 gun ship and stuff. And then you can see the rifles here. So okay, so that's it. Let's go to the harbor. And we'll have some side missions to do. So the first thing that I must do, no matter what, is repair. And that, Uh-oh. So on the we lost. Are there any good guys to buy? Nope. Oh boy. So yeah, we might have a problem. Alright, well, I'm just gonna plug people in then. That's all I can do. Alright. It's just gonna be the way it is. You know, it's what I got available. It's what I gotta use. Now this ship is a 60 gun ship. Yeah, see, so I have two 60s that they gave us. The Constitution and the Consolation. And I put stuff on them, so, it's gonna be kind of weird, but okay. So we gotta repair that, and we have to repair Marigold. And now we know we don't want these. These were, like, I did it deliberately to try to capture most of these because we want the 5 rep. And the Philly, we don't want that because it's a 60 gun ship, so we'll do that. And now of the... Okay, so I need 3 of these, but I might not have the rep for them. But we are going to get rep for when we do the side missions. So keep that in mind. Because if I just forget about this for just a moment. That was Hell Harbor. That's what we got. Now as far as points go... I really, seeing there's only one battle left, I mean, I really don't know what to put them in, seeing it's the last battle, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, yeah, if I put a ship grade upgrade, so yeah, definitely do that. So I'll max that out. And I mean training, I mean it's whatever, Admiralty. Yeah, we're gonna go into a new chapter, so they would renew the guns, so why don't I just punch those in right there? Yeah, I think that'll be okay, yeah, because we're going to go to a new chapter, which is the final battle, and by having that there, they'll give us a better stock of weapons or something. So, and then I'll have my final choices. But I only got 100,000, so I mean, it's going to be kind of, whoa. But then again, I'm going to sell the Trenton and the Arctic, so that'll bring back some money. So yeah, all right, so. If you look at this, Poseidon, we need 4 ships. 4 ships. 4 ships. So let's see which one of these ships... Oh, like this one. Yeah, this one is not even damaged. So that's 40 rep right there. Okay, so I can clearly trade up on the 2 transports. So I can definitely do that. I don't know. I don't think there's any way of me getting these two ships to replace the 60 gun ships. Like I don't really think I can. I don't really think I can do it. And let's see. And look at this. We got 1,000 captives, and every time I go to here, see. So this is going to do this. Unless I go to a new chapter, maybe it'll let me sell them. Because yeah, I would need to do that. Each one of these will give rep. So so let me try to figure this out. Let's look at the Essex for a minute. So there's nothing I need to do here. And this is over optimal. So at the moment, there's nothing that I need to do. And he's over optimal. So yeah, I don't need to do anything. And this one is over. And even the Nautilus. Yeah, so even the Nautilus, and these are at optimal. So let's see how I do this. Let's see. If I put the Essex there, along with the United States, and suppose I go with the Siren, that's 92%. So let's say because we can always cancel these, but let's say I lock that in. That's 92%. And now this one, yeah, see, I don't know. Like, I'm looking at this. That Corsairs. So Corsairs. Are those fifth rate ships? Like, I'm not sure. So let's say I put Chesapeake. Oh, look at 75%. So then if I put in Nautilus, that's 92%. And if I put in the Dragon, now why is that 91% with the Dragon? How can it be 92 and now 191? Isn't that kind of weird? Yeah, it's kind of weird. So we got Chesapeake. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Why did just two ships show 92% and then I put two more in, it goes to 91? That doesn't make any sense. Maybe it scales up or something. Who knows? Enterprise. Okay, so if all those ships are locked in, then that leaves these ships right here. Alright, so if I call this one the USS... Oh, spelled it wrong. Okay. If I spell it wrong, sorry. Arctic. Okay. So the USS Arctic. And then this other one. And I'll just call it that, because that's that. Because I'm trying to figure out cost-wise, because look, these guys are going to have the default guns, which for me, I feel that it sucks, but so anyways, but we know these guys here we're going to dismiss. But these guys are 1 star. Okay. And we're going to have to use these for now because I don't know how financially this is going to work out. So, and now we have 540 of those Marines. So we can go to... Yeah, let's see how far we can go. Okay. So right there. And like I said, I take these because of morale for melee, and I take speed and sailing and accuracy and whatever. So I don't go the other way this is the way I always go in the game, so it's what I'm used to and it's what I do. So this ship is at least over that. It doesn't have, and I might not be able... to put... Well, yeah, I can get it on even with these guns at that number there, so that's not bad. See, and that's why I like the 4th rate SOL, because they're up to 1800. So I always like the structure. You got to repair that ship, so that's good. So now if I go to the transport ships, what they have left is these guys, but they only got 1 star, so And this guy, this Commodore, has to come off. And then the Trenton. They got these little 4-pounders, so we take those off. And they're a 2-star, and they, you know, so they're a 2-star. So if I give up some of that, I could give it all up and still retain that. So I've taken in that 100 1-star and mixing it in with the 2-star. And for 6,000, we can get 2 stars that will go on the other ship. So yeah, I think I'll do that. So it puts me a little below 1,000, but you know, it's if I can give the ship an extra perk, why not, right? So, like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to I don't think it's going to work out, but I'm going to give it a try. So, you know what I mean? And also, you know, I didn't configure the guns yet, but so now we have this Commodore who can command this ship. And that's the last officer. So wow, I just happen to have enough, but if in the thing, you know, oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Okay, I forgot to do that. Like, I forgot to take these guys off the ship. Okay. That's a goof on me. Sorry about that. I was wondering why I wasn't getting the 2 stars out of that ship when I did that. It's because I didn't drop them out yet. Okay, so now this 400... Okay, and all I wanted was to have the 2 perks. And can I get, again, a structure repair kit? Because that's what I like. It just allows me to stay in the battle longer, you know what I mean? Now, if they hit a mass and they take out the sails or whatever. But I don't think the sail one is worth it. Because mainly, if you see what happens is, it's not like they really go for your sails. Like, the enemy doesn't really go for your sails. They go for your mass. And if you lose a mass, that's like a $10,000 investment right there. Plus, you know what I mean? You can't repair it. It's gone. And like if you could bring up a mass again under the sail repair thing, then that would be kind of cool. But it doesn't. It just repairs the sails. So for 9,000, it's not bad. Oh, they're gonna, okay, forget it. Okay, so now what we can do is we'll take a look at the Trenton and the Arctic. Now, here's the Arctic SOL, and here's the Trenton SOL. And so here's the unrated ship. So look, yeah, look we can almost get 20,000. So we'll sell that. And we will sell that. We will also go to land. And I know that I captured, oh yeah, and hey, I got the 8-pounders that I used to have for my artillery unit. So I can sell that, and that gets me 10,000 right there. And then we just captured these in the battle, so we can sell that, and that's 900. And so as I look at this, you know, I'm thinking it's pretty good that I'm now back up a little bit. And I shouldn't do anything else. Because what I can do now is okay, so by canceling them, I can rearrange this. So let's try this. This looks like pirate ships, so I don't need the best ships here, I don't think so. Suppose I put that one in. And this one has Corsair, so I need this ship. And then the last 4 ships will go in this one. And now as you look here, you can see that all the ships are going to be in the battle, so they will get some type of experience. And I still have the 2 trophies, but I only have 4 rep. Because I would like to replace the 60-gun ships, or maybe one of them, but I don't think it's going to work out because of the effect of where I'm at, and they don't let me sell these. So, but I'm going to keep them for 1 round just to see. So all we got to do is do the next stage. All right. So again, they gave us 14,000, 8 rep, and 1 career, but you have to win these. And so, again, that's why you want to do those. And this one, 16,000, 9 rep, and 1 career point. And this one, 14,000, 8 rep, and 1 career point. And so they're just saying that I delivered several strikes to the Mediterranean. Is Barbary War near the end? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And they gave us 124-pounder EIC pattern carotenoids. So this is it right here. And a total, if you've, you know, like, you need at least 8 ships, but I mean, if you can get to 12, you know, the more the better. And then if I look at my fleet here, so the new chapter, so it should have gave us, oops, I don't know why it's showing me that, but the new chapter, yeah, they want me to do something with these, but I don't want to do it yet. I want to just see. So everybody's here. I can just max him out. Okay, he's good. He's still optimal. He's high. He's high. Now this one was optimal, but look, they had a hard time in that battle. And so did this one. He was optimal and he had a hard time. Okay, so with that money, and we got a couple of, you got career points. Yeah, before I bought those officers, I could have done this right here and saved some money. So that ain't gonna help me. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy any more research. Wounded officers are more likely to survive. Yeah, it's so hard to figure out. Yeah, I don't, sheesh. Well, I might have to buy some officers if I do take in one of those ships, but then again, look at. So yeah, it's something I gotta think about. Yeah, so as the way this worked out for me, it looks like you know what I mean? I don't think it would be wise to try to swap out even one of those ships. Because then I'm not going to have the rep to buy the final rifles that I want or the final guns that I want of the two ships that I just got for the Trenton and the Arctic. So I think I'm going to just give that up. I'm just going to say the heck with it. I've got the 12 ships. They're all fourth rate or better, so I'm just going to have to go with it. So now I just got to decide yeah, see, I wouldn't be able to do anything else here unless I bought the gun carriage. Because he's already, he's close. So, I mean, so I think I'm just going to have to keep this configuration. I've kept this configuration for quite a while now. So, I mean, I've survived with it. Now, the Bloomfields, you know, I bought because they were cheaper and better. It says new, simpler design. So that's why I had bought these when I had got these ships, when they gave us these ships. And so at the time, I couldn't afford much. And I put these here. So, you know, I'm wondering if I could... They gave us 100 of some gun. But see, these hit at 1,000 yards. And this one, you know, the closer you do, the better, but you have to be within 800. But I guess I'm wondering if, I mean, they gave those to us. So maybe for these two ships, I'll try it. And this is why I can spend a lot of time doing this, and why sometimes I don't do the harbor in a video, because this takes a lot of thought and time, you know, to figure out if, you know, they gave us the 100 of those guns, which I'm trying to find the darn thing, or don't know where it is. Oh, it's right here. So yeah, I don't know, but and then maybe I could put something bigger here. Maybe. just a little bit to top him off, so... Oh, see, he's overloaded. Oh, so by doing that, he's overloaded. Alright, so let me just look at my better ships and make sure they're ready. So this one is absolutely ready. The United States, I'm gonna have to tweak this one. But the Chesapeake, yeah, see, the Chesapeake, you know, I'm just gonna have to leave it. Now the Syrian is good. And Nautilus is topped off. And for 10,000, and that's a lot. The Enterprise is full. Now this one, I'll have to work on that one. I'll have to work on that one. The Dragon. And the Marigold, you know, if I keep, like, don't forget, if I just keep the configuration that they are, it's just going to cost me this much to top them off. And so the more ships that I can get completed, then whatever's left over, I can decide what to do. Now, here's where my big problems are, is I you know, I know I'm not going to be able to do much, you know, like I just... Yeah, what would happen if I put those 32s there? Okay. Okay, let's take a look at rifles. Now, we got a bunch of these, so why don't we give those guys them? That way it doesn't cost me a rep. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so this ship is set. Alright, so suppose I give him this captain. Ups it up a little bit. Okay, so Arctic is all set. So if I can, with what's available, if I can do it, so we do have these available, so that will lower the weight. Okay, because I do like these guns, so we went really low here, but that's, you know, I'm considered weight-wise. And so now just for our final gun, now we can go with this because we have them. So why don't we do that? Doesn't cost us anything. So at least it has, instead of Armstrongs, it has guns that I kind of like. So, and I use 1 rep, but like I said, I might do other things, but I'm just I'm just showing you some of the things that I do in the harbor that some people find interesting. So, and I'm sharing my thoughts on it. And now again, because I got to consider too, I could put other things on. Like we got a little room to play with, having these guns on it. And I can always readjust this, but now as far as, he's only 2 stars, but because can we give them, you know, just a bayonet? It's not the best gun at all, and this is what you start out with in the beginning, but I mean, it's got a bayonet, so for now, it doesn't cost me anything. And so at least the Trenton and the Arctic are done, basically. I mean, I can tweak it some more, but this one I can't do anything with anymore. You know, unless I put a carriage in here, but then that's only going to take off a few pounds. And I'd only do that in the case if I wanted to max the crew, but the crew's already maxed. So I have to accept the fact that I put in a 4-pounder up here and just go with that. So the Marigold again is close. And the Dragon is kind of close. Oh, and this one's got a lot of room. Okay, so here maybe I can max him out. Yeah, 30 and that gone. Yeah, so yeah, that's feasible for me to do. And on top of that, we could even put in something else here. That's a possibility. And now let's get to this one here. This is a troublesome one too. So can I pay for a decent weapon? Like we can buy those. Okay, so spending 13,000 along with these rifles. That'll max this one out. And you know, I'm just considering, so let's get rid of these Armstrongs. Because I won't use them. And this is the weapon that they gave us. And then these Bloomfields is what I had put on one of the ships. So I may sell them, but at least I got some more money now. And it just allows me to do some other things. So oh yeah, and then this ship. Okay, so he's overloaded. He's overloaded. Alright, so I need a lighter. Okay, so suppose I go with the final group of these. You know, this will allow him to shoot at a long distance, but it's only 3 damage. It's not really, like, this is what I put on the transports, but you know, like if we had 3 sets of guns, this would be okay here, but this is probably not good here, but he's just going to have to get a little closer to deliver that punch right there. Because I gotta have that, and okay, so that's not bad. I can upgrade all to level 3 tier and keep this crew. But I compromised with the gun though in order to do this. So basically that's what I'll do. Like I'll see about this first, if I can give these guys upgrades. And so we're getting kind of close. And that's in consideration with the Bloomfields of, yeah, this is the one, this is one of the second one that shipped that I did buy these guns just for, you know, this particular ship because of weight issues. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to, because I don't, yeah, I guess. Well, we can do this for sure. So let me consider. Yeah, I don't think I. Yeah, I don't think I bought the higher tiers of this. As a matter of fact, he's at 1796. So yeah, that's it. That's all I can do there. So the Nautilus. So I can get those two upgrades on the ship right here. And this one's already got the 3 tiers, which is the Bellona class ship. So could I? Okay, so now that pretty much wipes out my money. Okay, so final looking at this. He's got those rifles, he's got those rifles. He's got the bayonet too. Bayonet or sword. Bayonet. Okay, so everybody has either a bayonet or a sword. Okay, 42 on melee. So that one. Yeah, I'm just considering. Okay, so by putting the Prussian weapon, yeah, this one with the sword, I mean, they will have a 42 on melee. So, okay, so, you know, I ended up with, so I got 20,000. So could we do what we did with the other one? Yeah, we could take out one of these, because they gave us 100 of these, so, you know, they gave us these for some reason that they're kind of good, I guess, so I'm gonna just use them. And that would mean I could possibly put fire control. And do I have enough to get fire control on this ship? No, I don't. I need 11,000. need 11,000 for the dragon. And then it'd be real close on weight, but I mean, so can I now sell these? And I still have 1,300 of these. So and that's 42 melee. So let me check again on my capital ship. Yeah, cause see, this melee is 40. So if I just swap those out, I'll have enough, I think. Yeah. So again, we have 42. So now again, that gives me money. And we'll just, again, we're just glancing at the ship. Alright, we just want fire control. Because that puts us at 1731 out of 18, so keeping the configuration the way it is. And, okay, so this is going to be close. Oh, man. And, oh, and don't forget, we can now sell these. I forgot, we sell the Bloomfields. And I have just a few of these. And that's not, and I don't know if 24 can go on anywhere, but let me try to figure that out for just a moment. You know, I'm trying to get the most out of this, I guess, is the way it is. So when I go into that final battle, I'll have I'll have what I think is the best that I could do. Like, I can't put anything else here unless I put weight thing, and then it's going to suck up the money. So again, we were somewhere over here. Yeah, because I had just figured this one out. So now got to do Marigold. So we already know that it's going to be overweight, so we got to put this on first, and then fire control. And while we're at it, if we got a little bit more to play with, or clear powder. Yeah, look, it gets to the 1725, 35,000. So now this ship has, 3 really good upgrades on it at tier 3. So they're gonna be able to pack a punch. And I cannot do it here unless I did something. But here it looks like Okay, so I would have to buy these. Because I thought I had 24. Let me see. What did I have that was 24? Right here. 18s. Yeah, it's the same thing that it is there. So then could I sell those and put 24s on? Okay, so this is where it's going to end, I guess, because I can't do that. Okay, well, I can get the fire control on this ship. All right, I think that's about it, folks. I mean, I really do. I've tweaked this enough that I could possibly tweak it. I mean, I like the Trenton has, and then the Arctic. Yeah. Yeah, because see, I bought the 32s. Because I wanted to try it. 17 damage. I just won't be able to give it any other stuff. I mean, I'd like to do fire control, but I can't weight-wise. Because this is this is a heavier gun, and that's heavier too. This one's really light, but I mean, yeah, I honestly think, I mean, I know I can sell, the 18 pounders. Like, how much would that give me? 25,000. Okay, so I can at least give them the fire control. Because we only have 8,000 left. So, and as you can see, right, just like in my other campaigns, they don't buy back the last bit of captives. So, isn't that kind of disappointing? Oh, and I got 3 points here, like, I don't even know. I'll just throw it there. I mean, it's nothing. I mean, the only thing I probably could have done after I'd done those things, I forgot about the career points. I could have put it in there when I bought some officers. That would have been about the only thing that really affects anything. So yeah, I think this is it right here. So this is going to be my fleet. You saw me make it. You saw every tweak or every little thing that I tried to do, and it turns the video into being long. But I mean, it is what it is. So this is it. So no matter where you are in the world, have a great day or a great afternoon or a great evening. Please take care of yourself. Be kind to people and yourself. World peace. God bless to you in your own religion. Keep all religions equal. This is your friend Jeff, signing out. Adios amigos, and adios the lovely amigas.